What's up, y'all? It's me, Tasha C. And in this particular video, I will be reviewing, recapping Black Ink Crew Chicago. Should be just honestly called Just Not Mad. Season 3, Episode 14, which is a part 2 of, them in vacation, or also turning to the vacation from hell, okay? Part 2. So, we're left off where Velvet is sitting there, about to, you got your security and stuff. She's about to get into Nikki, right? And Cobra's I'm like, okay, she really already feels some type of way. Okay, I just got cool back, with the crew, whatever. And not only that, it's also even for business wise. And she, they go to talk, whatever, and she's just like, can you apologize to them? Because she already explained, like, no, don't be messing up with my business. So, but she's still in a way, kind of surprised with Bella's behavior. And Nikki, of course, she's ready, to jump on tables, beat the girl's ass, and everything. Because it was Bella was a little bit turned up. And even when she came back to apologize, she had to ask him, well, how did I offend you, basically? So they going back and forth, blah, blah, blah. And basically, by the time, security blocked them from getting each other. And, basically this, bitch, I'm gonna get you, bitch, bitch, bitch. Then, she left and took a cat seat, left the next day. And came back to the next day. Cobra was just worried and concerned about her and stuff. But, like I said, I'm not going to particular. I just wanted to pick up that part. And then I'm going to go with the Lily, which is kind of the sad situation, whatever. They're talking, but also before when Velvet had left, it was good to see that even though you've seen four down the first people to hug her and eventually go hug and everybody, it's like Lily was the last of the out of the circle during there. But eventually everybody, I think, it was for Don and Charmaine's man, and then came together to hug her. She already said, like, it's the only family that I have and stuff and so forth and everything. So, it's kind of sad also that Lily, has this problem with Cobra. Also consider that even though it's totally different their circumstances, unfortunately, the fact that they both lost their fathers, even though one loss, I think, does come to illness, and the other one, unfortunately, because of being held ransom and then killed off by the cartel. But understanding about losing, your father or losing your loved one, and especially their dads, and it's, not, is sad, but, so, like I said, the next day, but let's go to the Lily thing. Lily eventually apologizes later on the episode to Junior, and she asks him to go with her. She says she's going through a lot, and she's been looking at her little sister FaceTime, but she hasn't seen him in 3 years ever since her father had got killed. So she asks Junior to go with her, and they decide to go with her because she was kind of like in and out the episode afterwards. You just seen her times, but because I think she had said when they were at the pool, that she was going to see her sisters, and that's when later on, that's the next scene, she's at the talking to Junior, and Junior's like, okay, I understand, she went through a lot of stuff, so I'll, basically forgive her, and he decides to go with her. And sad enough, when she's on their way, I guess, to take the plane to go to short ride, she's going to see sister. Her auntie call. I guess the babies are staying with her because I think there's 2 little girls. I think at least 2 or 3 girls. They're all babies, like kindergarten, first grade, whatever age. And she tells her, no. And this girl already was told to get permission by the same woman. And then she basically tells her, don't come out, you're not coming to blah, blah, blah. And I'm kind of like, okay, dude, is she kind of connecting? They feel like if she's around them or the babies, that there's a possibility that she can put them in danger or something, you know what I mean? But she was saying, like, they had a problem with her because her telling the story about, her, they don't want her to tell the story or keep telling her problems, telling the story about, her dad getting killed by the car. But she was like, this happening every day. And that's not the first time I've heard about, people getting kidnapped and for ransom and killed and stuff, stories about that area, okay, for years. And it's really sad, and it's kind of looks like, dang, I wish that since some of her family's moved up, I forgot. Can anybody in the comments explain to me what I don't know if I missed that episode, because a lot of times I've been watching other people's reviews, such as Ashley Miller, and I know also shout out to Mike B, YouTube cousins over here, and other fellow YouTubers. I think Bonnie Blue are the only ones. I think they're not the only ones. Of course, we gotta just shout out to that awesome offer. Keisha, okay, Color Me Pink. That also check her channel. She also reviews this Black Ink Crew Chicago as well. So I've been watching their reviews more so than sometimes watching the show itself. I usually more so watch the shows is more so, especially if I'm reviewing them. I'm kind of like that. I've been weird the last couple of years. So um I don't know what happened to Lily's mom. Now, besides, her stinking retarded attitude and her, and her attitude, it was kind of sad when Roger Price wrote it. It was sad to see that, and that's kind of, unfortunate, but just prayers that hopefully she can see her sisters in the future and knows how to keep where her auntie's taking her away from her siblings, and she wants the best life for her sister. She doesn't even know, what's going on. So just like maybe because immigration was kind of said that they couldn't have the options where they can move from Mexico, especially since unfortunately this happened to their dad and the dad and they can't be moved up here, especially in the Chicago area. I'm talking like I'm from Chicago. That's Ashley Miller. I'm from the D. So other than that, it's just sad to just keep prayers because that is sad. Okay, but we have to go move on. She Junior just had cried and it kind of just had left off next episode. I don't think they were at the last dinner of the night, which we'll get into in a little bit later on. Now, we got, like I said, a couple of stories going on around the time after Crushed Velvet left, or Scattered Velvet left. She comes back next day on the way, but Ford realizes that he really deep down inside when they're talking around the pool, like just like everybody was like confessions, and let's see what the hell happened. Ford decides it was best to go ahead and just tell Cobra, like, Cobra needs Thursday, and he thinks that, Velvet is basically on some scamming shit and is using Cobra, okay? And he decides, Cobra, let's go make some drinks. Let's go make some margaritas. And he decides to tell her basically, like, Cobra, you're cool, blah, blah, blah. And it's interesting that her name is Cobra. Does anybody know what her name Cobra stands for? Because she doesn't give me anything about snakeage, okay? Unless she's talking about G.I. Joe, or, she's Super's Deadly Strike. But I'm like, I don't think she's Snake. It's Snake, but I mean, that's the name she goes by, okay? So, but, he basically let her know, like, I go to the club, I seen that. If I wanted to smash that night, it was open to smash. Just smash right there. Smash, 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 smash. And, Cobra realizes, and she's like this with Don and Ford have been there for her, and they've been truthful. So she realized she's just taking it all in, even though she was happy with herself. So Velvet comes in. Here's Ford. Speaking of the devil, and she even comes in like, wait, y'all was talking about me, and I'm like, Ford like, well, let me go to the pool, back again. And she basically no, like Ford told me words, what, you need to kind of leave, and we basically leave it. And Bella was just like, let it be known, like, oh well, it is what it is. Oh well, sorry for ya, and kept going. So Cobra, of course, feels my way. She feels like this was the best thing, but like best thing to happen to go Bob. I'm like, Velvet seemed like a very good time. Besides, she's let us know about, how her Bella's booty's so big and so forth. So the scenes that what I've seen when I watched it last week beforehand, and also like I said, watching the reviewers and stuff that also done as well with my YouTube cousins, that it seemed to be a lot of fun sexual wise, and she was very about open, as far as everything being out. And other than that, maybe behind closed doors, maybe she okay. But anyways, so that's out the way. Now Kat's still feeling guilty. She feels like Rachel and Ryan the whole trip still hasn't said anything to nobody, to Kat. She's kind of like not visible. By this time, also too, by Danielle's boyfriend is up here, got his hands like he stretch out, crucified Jesus, and a couple people just mocking. He came on a trip, and Danielle's just like, I'm so happy, this is my man, and I'm glad he got it over with Ryan, because we all know that bullshit he did on the last trip when was supposed to be Don's, bachelor party / trip. And we see how the hell that went, okay? and he had something with Ryan, but I didn't notice that he had said even hi or said anything to Ryan, but then he was just so happy, even though that dude gives me asshole vibes. But I mean, if she like it, I don't even love it. Fuck it, I ain't about to look. But you know what I'm saying? But that's her choice. So after that, another thing, like I said, Kat is like feeling kind of guilty, blah blah blah. But let's get into before we get into Kat, you know, and her doing the confessions. Okay. Now Ashley's at home. She's got her brother. I think his name's Rashid as well, or Rashid. Rashid and I think it goes by name Benson. She's helping. She's like, give me some water. I want a pickles. No, I don't want no pickles. I want some ice cream. And I thought like first I thought it was like some regular scoop ice cream. I was gonna say, bro, put some ice cream for your sister and then put some pickles in it because maybe she wants to dip it in altogether. She might change her mind, okay? But it was just a regular like ice cream bars type of thing. But she's saying because she was like, baby, the baby hasn't moved since last night, and the baby's used to moving. Her brother even put his hand on her belly and was saying that, and she was she tried calling Don, and Don's phone went straight to voicemail. Trust, even her brother's still trying to tell him to calm down. You want to go to the hospital? She's like, no. You want to go, Mom? Because she's panicking, almost like he's supposed to have his phone on, blah blah blah. And answer his wife calls, but it didn't show like he wasn't answering. At least on what was going on Mexico, that he was because he was on some bullshit. It just showed for where maybe the connection, like her brother was saying, was bad. But I think she's already had the baby and stuff, so congrats. But that is kind of scary. But she just wanted to go to her mom's house. But I'm like, maybe y'all should go and take y'all mama to the hospital. At the time, especially that was kind of scary. And the baby still was sitting there or having a nap or something. But yeah. So here we got dragging on the whole thing with, like I said, that dinner was already a disaster to begin with. Okay, here's why it is. Now, Kat was first trying to find some way to talk to Rachel. Rachel, I've been wanting to say something. It was like the night before or early that day. And as soon as she was about to, everybody, we got four. We got Nikki. We got, I think, Junior, Lily, all in the pool and all this shit, whatever. So she couldn't even get it out. So they were going to have us last dinner some real Mexican food and stuff, right? But like I said, the whole damn dinner seemed like it was cursed and shit. It wasn't like, it wasn't anything beautiful besides one of a damn photo. Okay? So, Kat, like I said, reminds confessionals that, she tried, like I said, talking to him, but he don't, not talking to him at all, but like I said, he's been ignoring her the whole entire trip, okay? And has not said anything. Rachel has been the one interacting with her, but, of course. But Ryan is up here trying to ignore the fact that and try to pretend like whatever happened didn't happen. And, I don't know if Rachel has watched the episode of part one of season three, where this all this, began, okay? Where she's coming out and he talking about if the D out, let it be out, let it hang, let it, what you gonna do with it? Whatever the heck he said. But, he let us know that his penis was out and, and stuff. And she came out looking like, she put her panties and adjusted them or whatever. When she came out, whatever the heck happened, when she had a towel over her bathing suit, whatever. But Ryan was clear in the shower. And what does she need to be in there for? Okay, I doubt she was asking, giving him, some extra soap out of the cabinet. Okay, so I mean, she already told us this, they hooked up, whatever. So, and here's the first disaster. And surprisingly, it had nothing to do with Danielle and her boyfriend this time. Her boyfriend acted like damn Tara, TT, whatever the fuck his name is. So she all of a sudden, Ford pulls Nikki over. I'm almost like she's something. I said, Nikki, kind of it turned into another thing. I thought she was gonna be ecstatic about getting, this response before, and then it kind of flipped. She was like, you know what, baby, you don't have to go. We don't have to be in two separate places. Now I'm gonna give you the key. You just move on right in. And then she kind of just like first like and then it was kind of like a turn to you know what? I was already telling you because if you weren't gonna give me a key, I was gonna make a copy anyway. Isn't that just an invasion of somebody's home? Okay, you're making copies. Oh, okay. You know what? And then it turns to like, you know what? you know what I'm saying? We technically live with each other already, blah, blah, blah. And, because like I said, she gonna say she gonna make a copy of the key. And of course, 4 is looking like, what the hell? And she basically trying to justify we technically move each other anyway, but that's kind of forcing your presence and just invading somebody's home and other shit that probably maybe a possible crime might have been committed. I don't know. But I'm just saying is that, then they start getting an argument. And then, Forrest throws a towel at her and she all crying. And they everybody just like, what the hell is going on? And, Candace already playing in the ocean and stuff like that. I think in between time. Then the next damn thing. They got steak and lobster. But here's the problem. Now, I think Charmaine has already told the caterer or whoever was serving the foods about how Ryan, and we find I'm not going to say fun fact, but a fact about Ryan that he's allergic to shellfish. So, here you got all this food. When they got the steak is on top of all the shellfish out the plates. So, I guess Charmaine was letting them know, like, you know what? There's more food coming out, this way, okay? But he's already mad, so he leaves with his red cup and leaves, whatever, right? And Kat realized it's time that she's going to talk and she's tired of this guilt and him having around that let me go to the side and let me talk to Rachel. So she goes over a little part of the step cliff and able to talk and start talking to Rachel. Even you got Don, everybody confessionals like, oh shit, the nuclear bomb is about to fucking hit the ground. Okay. So she's talking and then she's saying basically to Summer how Ryan was basically telling her his feelings for her and the story heard before from her angle where, she even said like, don't take it to this level if you're going to go back to Rachel, go back to someone else, blah, blah, blah. But it ends up where basically leading on, it's like it was going to be them and whatever. I don't know if I know she said they hooked up and had messed around, hooked up and of course, in that summer house, whatever, in that lodge. But I don't know, she said they hooked up in Los Angeles as well, but they were starting leading on where it was going to what Kat thought was a relationship, and it really was technically a situationship, unfortunately. So, and then she was like, when, she felt kind of bad, because then he ends up back with her, like I said, she been trying to avoid, like, just the stuff that previously that she has told before. So, when she's finishing up the thing, here come Ryan, everybody just seeing, come Ryan back with his red cup, right? And he's like, okay, what's going on here? When he gets to Rachel and Kat, because Kat was kind of finishing, she already said what she said, and Rachel's just not saying. She's just like, was cooking in like basically probably in her hand could have been implied like, bitch, what did you just say? And Ryan's like, okay, what's going on here? And she's like, what do you tell her? She said, I told her the truth. I told her to say. So he just be like, it just got to the point where you're just like, come on, Rachel, and Rachel just leave it with him, whatever. And, Kat was like, the truth will come to light, blah, 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 whatever. Then he kind of just saying this, while he's walking away with Rachel. Rachel's still not saying nothing, And he's just like, you know what, you're doing this for this TV shit, whatever. So, I don't know, he thought, like, even though this actually did happen, that Kat is saying this for ratings, extra bonus in her check, whatever, is some bullshit with, production playing this stuff out, even though this stuff actually happened, but he's not accepting accountability. Like I said, unfortunately, it's the chances that already Kat took, and it's the chances that, you're going to get a response where the girl could possibly come after you, even if you didn't know, or he led you on to thinking, in this case, he led on to thinking like they were together, and Rachel and him was a thing of past, and they were just co-parenting and stuff, and just going to stay with that. But it's the chance she took. It was already a chance she took before, and we see how the hell that turned out. Now, all of a sudden, we got now, which is even, a little bit worse, or, even with this whole thing with Ryan, because now, Ryan and Rachel going to say, and we hearing, they all talking, I think Charmaine, they were talking to Kat and stuff. And all of a sudden, we went and edited, and I was like, wait, first I thought Rachel was confronting Ryan. And in the previews, when we come back after 7, hear Ryan talk shit like he about to leave, which we see in the next episode, he don't take even accountability for some shit. And the way they edit, And Rachel Cousins seemed like she's about to come there, and after knocking the door, like she's gonna confront or stump Cat, and then making it seem like she's a liar. She trying to say like they go what a BS she talking about, blah blah blah. And then on top of that, trying to come to production, he trying to throw hands. Nigga, you only got one good hand. What you gonna do? Headbutt him, bite him, or some shit? Not to say you can't do no, but this nigga just stomp on your foot and just push you down or some shit. And he just had a fucking heart attack and shit. Already we don't know what the hell when that story was going around like Fingerless. It was first one thing reported about how you got a girl pregnant and Ryan was even on there. I plead the fifth, that did not happen, blah, 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 and all that shit. But this man is only 30 years young and something. And he already had a heart attack. You sitting here with a broken arm and shit. And he ready to go ham. And even Rachel acting like she about to throw some different places. So they about to get mad and try to think they're going to jump stab Rashid. Like, you on some bullshit, base, blah, blah, blah. Rashid was like, producer do, because Charmaine on the told me like, what the hell's going on? It's like, oh, they coming after production, and I'm thinking like, oh, I'm surprised the show didn't wrap up then, even with that, because they called us about to jump a particular person, even though Ryan knows the fact that this shit is true, but try to make it set up like, like what stuff is on, she was like, she just wanted to talk with him. I mean, that this basically trying to make him seem like, Candace on some bullshit, and basically the production agreed to it. Okay, that's how I took it. I'm just like, what the hell? And then later on, when they get to the house, whatever, separate cars, Don and Charmaine take Ryan to you, and you hear them. They trying to get him, just be real with your girl. Your girl needs to know that. Don was like, you've been there, done that before. And I'm like, consider there was some rumors. We don't know if that's true, that, you still kind of are in there back again with having a situation where you mess with somebody else. But, okay, I digress. There's allegedly, okay. So, but anyways, he still did the right thing by trying to talk. Like I said, he was trying to be logic as far as Spark before, where him and Nikki got into an argument again about like, yeah, it is like you trying to offer to be steady with her, basically take next level, move in, and she kind of just flips out, and Ford just feels like, man, so whatever. So I don't know what's going to be the future of their relationship. Okay, but anyways. Ryan, they talk to Charmaine. Charmaine also trying to comfort Kat, and I think Don comes in there, blah 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 as well. And I think Don and Kat is like, basically this was like, my friend. And, I think Charmaine or he goes, yeah, he was like your brother. And I'm like, well, that sure went past that. But like I said, Ryan doing all this stuff. He got too much going on. Heck, you're talented. You're a good artist. I mean, if you have looks, you can do model on the side. You can pose for some Black Jesus photos with some black crushed velvet in the background. I mean, it's just too much, okay, y'all. Your man, it's just, you don't want to be known for this. You know what I mean? And then especially not taking accountability. Yeah, she blew up your spot, and yeah, that can be considered haterism, but the shit still did happen. And if she looks at that episode, and can hear, it wasn't like she just came out there and kind of set him up. You can hear him talking about the dick is out. If it's out, the dick is out. You hear him saying that. But he feels some type of way, even after Don and Charmaine tried to tell him, you need to be upfront with Rachel. And for, of course, confessed, I can understand that he's thinking he's going to lose Rachel. But, like I said, you're trying to now it's accountability. You're trying to say Cat is a liar. You're trying to say people with the production is basically some bullshit. And even Rachel acting like she's about to attack the production crew, which was interesting as well. I'm like, we'll see. Because like I said, the next episode of the previews, based on the editing, or maybe that did happen, he's talking to his parents and making it seem like his kids, and his mom saying it's like, if anybody tries to take down the family, then they, like they're cut off and blah, blah, blah. Because I don't know if it was taken in cap, but like I said, it could have been editing as well. But that's kind of jacked up if that's the case. But yeah, he decides that he wants to get a taxi and just sleep. Like I said, Kat is crying her eyes out. People trying to comfort, but it's kind of messed up because it's just like, she's like, he's making me seem like a liar, but this stuff really did happen, and he's not taking accountability for it. So we just have to see. But like I said, it's out of box. But like I said, this man, if he wants more. He wants is an open, closed relationship, and that's what the hell he's trying to do. And it seemed like, I don't know if he's in love with Rachel or trying to marry because that's the right thing to do, because it's the mother of his child, and they had history because they knew each other, been, high school sweethearts and stuff like that. And it's just like, bro, it seemed like if you want to do that with her, you damn sure still ain't trying to do it right now, even after 7 whole years and such and such. So maybe my best you co-parent or whatever, but that's none of my business. But I'm just saying. But to go as far as what he did, and then acts like he's quitting, blah blah blah, and that's kind of how the episode ends. I think I pretty much went through everything. If not, y'all, I just gave a highlight. But hugs and loves. I hope you have a great night, great weekend, great, remain around your week and whatever. And I'll see you in the next video. But tell me what y'all think about this episode and how we kind of look at Ryan again, kind of sideways. Like, bro, don't be, you gonna put yourself back in the hospital again, and you don't get Rachel in trouble too over that damn bullshit. They ready to attack them, people. The guy ain't sitting there. Obviously, man, they act like they're gonna jump him. I don't. The security was kind of, holding back. But I'm just like, what the hell? Okay, I understand. She's probably shocked by this statement and whatever, and just trying to look at man like, okay, this gotta be some bullshit. But y'all gonna try to attack somebody in the production team? Dang, I hate to say he really was trying to do some shit to them, like, throw hands at them. Because, I mean, like I said, Ryan was ready to risk it all. Risk all, like, boy, sit somewhere and pray and take some vitamins. Shoot. Okay. Oh, gosh. But anyway, hugs and loves, y'all. And I'll see you on